Okay, so this is my video in regards to Nintendo Wii. Oh boy. First of all, I ain't a fanboy. I'm not a fanboy. I grew up with Nintendo, and this is one of the video game companies that I respect the most. And let's be honest, Nintendo did save the video game industry back in 1983, probably in the US. Most likely in the US because Japan was doing fine. I think Europe was doing fine. If anyone has any info in regards to how well Japan and Europe were doing as opposed to the US, hey, let me know. Just don't go into your insults and whatever, like, oh, you don't know. I'm just like, if you have the info, please share it. That's all I ask. Now, one thing that I understand, and some of you may understand as well, I grew with Nintendo, and one of the things about Nintendo that it was kind of like, I guess pretty much set the stigma that video games are toys and video games are for kids. And the reason why I say that is that look how Nintendo promoted the NES in the US. Here's your little robot holding up a Nintendo Entertainment System. And that's the major audience that Nintendo has always targeted to since the beginning, and that audience has always been family and kids. It has always been Nintendo's main audience. If you cannot understand the audience that Nintendo targets to, then I don't know why you're bashing it in the first place. You need to understand the audience that these corporations target to in order to understand why some of the games come out the way why the games are, come out the way they come out. And yeah, I mean, the NES, SNES, great system, great reliable systems, and that is one of the major things that Nintendo has always done. It has always delivered a reliable system. Always has, always will. From the NES to the SNES, to the GameCube, to the N64, to the Wii. Okay, I messed up. Yeah, but from the N64 to GameCube to the Wii, they're by far the most reliable video game systems out there. And here's another thing that makes Nintendo great. Nintendo has always made it very easy for gamers. They just put in the game and they just play it. No updating, no installing your game onto a hard drive, patching, none of that. And it's very apparent that with a Nintendo Wii, you see this. And the reason why I say that is that Nintendo Wii is still the only video game system that you grab a game and you put it inside the Nintendo Wii and it starts playing. It starts playing right away. In contrast to the PS3, PC, and 360, you have to install the game onto the hard drive. And for 360 fans, that may say, no, that's optional. Well, that means you don't mind getting your DVD game all scratched up or nice and worthy. You don't mind your DVD game, with humongous load times. Yeah, you don't mind loading times. And clearly you don't mind your DVD game getting stuck in the tray or seeing that beautiful disc right there. Hey, if you don't mind that, then yeah, don't install it. But if you do, go ahead and install it. So yeah, that's the thing about Nintendo. And the other thing is that you don't have to worry about, watching a video game update. 360 PS3 fans need to admit this. Yes, you do get to see an update. I've seen it time and time again. Every time I put in Uncharted 2, and when I put Heavy Rain, it said, "Oh, we're about to install the latest video game update. You need to, wait a couple of minutes and what have you." Okay. And you have to deal with patches. And that's the thing with a Nintendo Wii. You don't have to deal with any of this. And that's what I like about Nintendo. But what I like the most about Nintendo, it is its honesty. I mean, the guy, I can't even say the name right, but my Japanese is horrible. Shigeru Miyamoto, I believe that's his name. Yeah, him and his team were very honest to both game developers and gamers. And that is one of the reasons why I respect Nintendo the most. They were honest to game developers in the sense that told game developers, this is how much the dev kits are gonna cost. This is how much, these are the costs of what you're going to spend on our games. This is the audience that we want you game developers to target to, family, kids, and non-gamers. And pretty much, yeah, they told them right away, you're not gonna be able to produce high definition video game content. You're not gonna make any of that, and you're gonna be working on DVD format. So that was that, and right away gamers knew from the onset, right, that Wii games were going to be in high definition, that we're going to be using motion controls, aka the Wiimote, and pretty much they knew that the price wasn't going to go up and that they were still going to be playing their games in DVD format. What did Microsoft did? Oh, Microsoft made an outlandish claim like, welcome to the HD era, right? And he lied to his game developers, telling them, hey, those DVD formats are not filled up all the way. You can make lots of great games. You can bring games that you couldn't do before on the PS2, Xbox, and what have you. Right? That we have all these great tools that you're gonna make these great next gen games, and then at the end of the day, no, the next gen games didn't happen. They didn't happen, folks. So, and then they found out that the DVDs pretty much were filled up right away. They were like, oh shoot. And Microsoft did lie to its consumers and to the gamers in the sense that they told gamers, hey, you're gonna get a next gen system? No, it's last gen. You're going to be playing next gen games? No, the last gen games. And you're gonna be playing them in high definition? Oh, I'm gonna play a high definition game without a high definition connection. It was until 2008 that Microsoft decided to bring high definition and say, oh yeah, it's time to bring high definition. It's that simple, guys. And Sony, well, Sony did lie to its game developers. They had the tools, they had everything, right? They had the tools, the operating system, and the program to make the games for winning the PS3 without